time, the Eternals have been hiding in plain sight throughout all of Earth's different eras, time periods, all of that. They have been here since day one. Welcome to this episode of Rewatching the MCU. We're on Eternals. This one was a movie I was not necessarily excited to go back and rewatch. My first watch of it, did not think it was a terrible movie, but was not a very good movie either. So let's dig right in, because I got a whole bunch of stuff to talk about. We'll go with the good, the bad, and the ugly, as we always do here on this channel. We'll start with the good. I like the slow crawl, kind of like Star Wars, and the slow crawl explaining the Eternals, the Deviants, kind of what's going on. Had a little Pink Floyd during the intro of the movie, which is cool. I'm a big Pink Floyd fan. I do love that they're hiding in plain sight, having just normal jobs. A little weird that we'll get into that later. A little weird on some of that, but we meet Dane, who is dating Cersei at the time. Dane, played by Kit Harington. He actually calls them out for not helping with Thanos, considering they are the Eternals. So yeah, that was kind of cool. I like them getting kind of called out for not helping. Kingo as a Bollywood star is quite funny. Fits the actor very, very well. He does a great job with that. I do like that kind of all of this was planned by Arishem, who we kind of get a some slight interactions with, but no true kind of backstory or what he is, who he is, anything like that. We just kind of know he's a Celestial. This is my big thing. Makari is by far the best speedster ever put on film. Right there. I mean, Barry Allen from the Flash TV show started great, didn't end great. I would say probably Barry Allen from the TV show was the best until rewatching this. They do the abilities very well. They don't really show too much of it too, so it's easy to screw it up, I should say. If you keep doing too much of it, it'll start looking weird, because you got to make every scene where you're using that look good. So the limitation of it, I think, helped too, where we didn't see a ton of it. The sarcasm from Sprite is great. Gives me lots of just memories of the sarcasm my friends will have with me, and I will have with my friends, and vice versa. Love the humor there. Makari vs. Icarus was probably the best fight in the entire movie. Hands down. The two of them going back and forth was great. Thena, not Athena, I said, let me click, just Thena. She's pretty badass too. She's pretty awesome. Angelina Jolie, if I remember, plays her. I did like that we got Icarus flying into the sun. Get lost, loser. We don't like you anyway. Go ahead and die like you did in the Red Wedding. Don't care. Wasn't a fan of that character at all. And I did like that Sprite becomes human at the end of it all. Sprite really just deserved to be a kid. Never really got to be a kid, so that was awesome. On to the bad. The back and forth in the timeline with the present, past gets a little tough to keep up with at times. So that for sure could have been done a little bit better. I did not like that they were sent to Earth basically just to watch it die. So that was kind of where I was like, that could have been a little bit better. Could have been a little bit cooler. It just seems like, we're just sending you here to die. Because turns out the Celestials created the Deviants. What, they just built a clone army? Is that what they did? Are we looking at basically Camino in Marvel's Cinematic Universe? Did they just build a clone army? That's a lore. I was like, where do we? Okay. Somehow a deviant got Ajax memories. They don't explain that either. Little weird. Some explanation to that would have been awesome. And again, hiding in plain sight, how does nobody realize none of them are aging? All this time, nobody said, hey, you haven't aged a day in 1,000 years. Little weird there. So I'm a little confused on that. I think it makes sense, but there should have been some sort of somebody questioning it. And on to the ugly. The deviants, they did not look very good. They looked basically just like Timu Ultrons from Avengers 2. So I think they could have done a little bit more with that, especially because they had Disney money at the time. I don't think Age of Ultron had the Disney money, so they kind of had an excuse. Actually, they might have been Disney by then, but either way. Disney money, why are we making Timu Ultrons? On to our end credit and score. We get the group wondering where Cersei can go. All of them when Phastos went, because they're not there. Eros arrives. Knows where those three are. Eros being played by... Was it Harry? No, I think it was maybe Harry Styles. No, yeah, I think Harry Styles is who plays him. I don't know. It's one of those pop singers. Dane opens up a chest with the ebony blade, and you hear someone ask, "Are you sure you're ready for that?" So Dane, most likely in the future, will be wielding the ebony blade. I'm assuming either in Doomsday, Secret War, or something like that. They'll show up. They said that the Eternals will be coming back. My overall score, 5. Almost as bad as Captain Marvel, but not quite. Not a great movie. I gave it a 5 because I sat through it. I made it through it. I was very bored, but I got through it. So that's that for our rewatch on Eternals. On to Spider-Man No Way Home. We're going to try to fly through these a little bit quicker than we normally do because I know they can drag on. Spider-Man No Way Home. We all know the big thing. We got the 3 Peter Parkers. Amazing movie. Go through the good, the bad, the ugly as always. Here we go with the good. I love that it immediately starts after Far From Home. I love that we're continuing right from where everybody finds out Peter is Spider-Man. We see Happy is heartbroken. Poor Happy. We love Happy over here on this channel. We dig deeper into Peter as well as his character as a whole, which is great. Because as I said, he's my favorite Spider-Man, hands down the best Spider-Man, without a doubt. I got another hot take for y'all too that you guys can go ahead and comment on. If you're watching this on YouTube, throw it in the comments when you get there, but just wait for it. Peter finds out it wasn't actually Fury throughout the second movie. We get Daredevil. Daredevil makes his MCU debut. Awesome. Love it. Can't wait to get into Born Again and finish catching up on that. We're scrolling through a lot of notes here on this one. Strange seems to have empathy now, which is weird. He generally seems to care about Peter. And then Peter screws up and he's a bit of a dick again. So we're back to the classical Doctor Strange. I love all the villains from the past Spider movies: Doc Ock, Green Goblin, Electro. I believe we get... no, we did not get Michael Keaton back. Don't remember seeing him. Actually, I'm not far enough in the notes yet, but we might have. We get the banter between we get Sandman, so we get the banter between all of the TASM villains was pretty good. They go back and forth. Love seeing that. What was really cool too, and I wish they elaborated more on this, when Doctor Strange hits him with the Agamotto, as I call it for Marvel Rivals, just because that's the easiest way to call it, because I don't know what it's really called. But the Eye of Agamotto, he says, boom, stuns him. Normally people are out of their body. Spider-Man is still somehow moving. I'm assuming it's some sort of reflex thing. I love the Scooby-Doo this shit line from Doctor Strange. Awesome. He says, Scooby-Doo this shit. They say, can we say please? So he says, please Scooby-Doo this shit. Love it. Great visuals with Strange as always. I love the visuals they do when he starts manipulating reality. Ask Doc Ock, do you want fresh water or salt? And he says, because you're an octopus. So the jokes and the puns are great throughout the movie. We lose Aunt May before we really, this is before we really get into the movie, and I think it was done well that she died somewhat earlier. Because it didn't make that just the... It gave us something to drive towards throughout the movie. So then, after that, we get Andrew Garfield showing up and says, prove you're Peter, throws a piece of bread at him, and he just kind of looks at it. That's another great, hilarious moment. So they find Tom destroyed, blames himself for May dying, kind of wants to give up on all of it. We get the Spider-Man pointing meme where they're all just pointing at each other. The awkward conversation and questions about Toby's webbing, because it's natural, so his just shoot out of his hands, where we know Tom and Andrew have to make their webbing. So they ask some questions like, does it come out of other places? And things like that, which was great. They struggle a little bit, which is awesome pacing to the final fight. It's not just a fight that Spider-Man wins right away. We do get some oh no moments. We get Ned learning his magic, making his portals. That's awesome. They end up curing Norman. They cure everybody. That's basically the goal, which that's what Spider-Man would do. Spider-Man would not want to kill them, anything like that. Spider-Man is that is exactly what Spider-Man would have done. I don't care what anybody says. That was the Spider-Man decision, and that's why they did it, and it's perfect. I don't think they should have tried to kill anyone off. That wouldn't have been Peter. That wouldn't have been Spider-Man. Then we get his goodbye scene. He hugs MJ and Ned. Then pick up a few weeks later. Peter's practicing how he's going to talk to MJ, get her to remember him. Can't actually go through it. We see Happy and Peter at Aunt May's grave, asks how he knows her. Says, oh, that's my aunt. I knew her through Spider-Man. He just says, I knew her through Spider-Man. I don't think they actually mention it. He still has the Palpatine Lego minifig that he got from Ned in the first movie, and I thought that was absolutely awesome. I think that's going to come up in Brand New Day. There's going to be little things that, like that, and the necklace, I think, that are going to be what get him to have the two of them remember him. On to the bad. Ned's a snitch. Come on, Ned. Snitches get stitches. You should know better than that. Blabbers immediately when getting interrogated. Doesn't Peter have a whole machine for suits? Why is he worried about a dirty one when he's trying to scrub it off? Thought he had a machine that just makes him suits from the last movie. Where did that go? May's running away. Why are we taking the elevator as well? That's like you're in a house fire. You're in a fire in a building. You're not going to take the elevator. You're going to run down the stairs. This movie had absolutely nothing ugly with it. This movie, in my opinion, was absolute perfection. Beautiful, beautiful movie. Excellent, hands down, best hero superhero trilogy of all time. That's my hot take. Tom Hardy's Spider-Man trilogy, best trilogy of all time in terms of superhero movies. Can't compare them to other trilogies, obviously, like Star Wars, things like that. But hands down, the best superhero trilogy to this day. On to our end credit scene. Tom Hardy's Eddie Brock is at a tiki bar. Talking to the bartender, it's Danny Rojas from Ted Lasso. That was cool. I hadn't watched Ted Lasso the first time watching this, so I had no idea who he was. Eddie starts asking questions about the MCU timeline, and then he disappears back to his universe, but leaves a little bit of the symbiote on the bar, and we get a trailer for Multiverse of Maddness. My score on this, 10 out of 10. Possibly the best MCU movie so far. Possibly. I don't know that I don't really want to say better than Endgame or Infinity War, because can't compare a Spider-Man movie to an Avengers movie. And on to Multiverse of Maddness. This one, right off the bat, I'm going to say it was actually better than I remember it being the first time I watched it. The eyeballs, good, bad, ugly, like we always do, trying to get you through this one quick. The good eyeball squid thingy, stabbing him, pulling out his eye, awesome, loved it. We get peak Wanda in this movie. I really hope we get her back at some point, but I don't think we will. She's so evil, full power, love it. We get to really see her in her maximum strength when she's attacking Kamar-Taj. That was a really, really cool scene, because you had all of these sorcerers trying to protect Kamar-Taj from all of the different areas of the world. That was cool. We got Strange and America traveling through the multiverse. Really cool visuals, as Doctor Strange movies are known for. And then we get to a universe with the Illuminati, which includes Captain Carter, John Krasinski as Mr. Fantastic. We get Patrick Stewart's Xavier back, or actually not back, but in the MCU. We got a black Captain Marvel. So a lot of cool just variants of these that we eventually learned from Loki, that we have all these different variants of these characters throughout the MCU in these different universes. The Loki series really truly explains it, which is why that series is so good. We see Wanda really going to town on these guys. She shuts Black Bolt's mouth, and basically he blows up his own brain by talking. He turns Reed into spaghetti. Captain Carter kills her with her own shield, and killing Xavier while he was in her head. That was kind of cool, seeing somebody stronger than Xavier in the universe. The music notes they're using off the sheet music during the Strange vs. Strange fight was really cool as well. On to the bad. The creatures in the castle at Wundagore could have looked a little better. They felt like they were just kind of thrown there to be there. When Strange was in the incursion, I don't really want to say it's bad. This is more I wish they elaborated. There's red moving lines throughout that whole scene in the incursion, and I'm really curious if that's a person, and I think it is. I wish they elaborated on that and we find out who that is, but we might later on. They might be saving that for the third Strange movie. Those are my only real bads. One ugly in this movie, Evil Stranger's third eye. That was probably could have looked a little bit better. That looked really creepy and weird. Onto our end credit scene. Movie ends with Strange getting the third eye, assuming that's from touching the Darkhold, because Strange's third eye was actually on Evil Strange, and now our Strange gets that third eye. We're assuming from the Darkhold, because that's how Evil Strange got the third eye. We get Clea showing up to bring him to stop an incursion, and then Pizza Papa finally starts punching himself, which he's just like, finally. It's so great. Because Strange says early in the movie, he'll stop in about 2 or 3 weeks. So we know this is further down the line, which is great. And my overall score on this is going to be a 7 out of 10. Again, much better than the first time I remember watching it. So let me know your scores down in the comments, guys. If you're watching this on YouTube, TikTok, wherever you're watching it, throw your comments down below. Let me know your score. Let me know your feelings on that hot take. Is Tom Holland's Spider-Man the best superhero trilogy of all time? Because I think it is. Let me know in the comments. As always, we've shenaned once, we will shenan again, and we'll catch you guys in the next video.